What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be getting into episode 15 of my season predictions for every team 2023/2024. Today we have the New York Jets, as we have done all of the other AFC divisions besides this AFC East division. We've done the Dolphins and the Patriots. The Jets and the Bills are the ones to remain. The Jets, obviously an exciting time for this franchise as they are looking to snap a playoff streak. Well, I guess of not making the playoffs of like 10 years, I think it is now, or something like that. 2012, I think, was the last time they made it. But yeah, in order to win this division, they would have to beat out a 10-5 Miami Dolphins record, obviously excluding what happens with the Jets because we can't really just keep that there. But Patriots end up 7-8, so they are out of the consideration to win the division. But anyway, well, 7-8 right now. Obviously, yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, let's get into these predictions here. Starting out with the first matchup, we have the Monday Night Football game, Week 1 of the season, and I am going to give this one to the Buffalo Bills. I know the Jets are at home. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, I think, might kind of struggle to start out this season. I think that's how it's going to go. Aaron Rodgers, we saw this last year with Russell Wilson. Could it be different? Absolutely. But I think that the start to this season could be a bit of a struggle for this Jets team, especially with this with this very difficult schedule. But now we have the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to give that one a loss for a dub for Dallas at home. So that puts the Jets at a 0-2 record. They got to bounce back and get a win here. I think they can. They will beat the Patriots, I think, at home, a division rivalry game. I do think that they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs, though. Even though they're at home, I think that's going to be a loss. On the road against the Broncos, I'm giving them a win for that. I'm a believer in the Russell Wilson and the Broncos, but I don't think that Aaron Rodgers and this team falls to 1-4. I think that things are going to get picked up after that Chiefs game. I think that Chiefs game probably would be a blowout. Kansas City goes into New York, and really just the Jets may start to panic from this point, but I think they kind of recover and then beat the Broncos. And as hard as it is to beat the Eagles, I think they lose. The Eagles are just such a freaking good team. I don't think that they get the win there. So moving on here, we move on to Week 8, and at the bye here, the Jets have struggled this so far. 2-4 is not the thing that they would want here. So now we got basically a home game for either of these teams. The Jets, I do think, can beat the New York Giants there to advance on to 3-4. Then a game against the LA Chargers. I'm going to give that a win for the Jets at home on Monday Night Football. We got a game against the Raiders, and I'm actually going to give this one a loss for the New York Jets. I think that a trap game scenario here, potentially. Raiders, I'm not too high on this year, but I think that the Raiders pull off a big upset right there against Aaron Rodgers in a Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers showdown here. I think that the Raiders actually get a big upset. But then we move on to the Bills. And this is a tough one here because the Bills beat the Jets earlier this year. I do think that Aaron Rodgers and New York is going to come out on top and find a way with this defense and Rodgers. I think that the Jets can win that one. So 5-5 on the year. You could see them kind of picking up steam. They go 3-1 in the past 4 games after the bye week. They're at 5-5 right now. Can they continue to stack some wins together? They got a game against the Miami Dolphins on the Black Friday game. I think that they beat Miami right there. Advanced to 6-5. A very tough matchup, though. The Dolphins are a good team. But I think that at home they'd be able to win it. I think against the Falcons are an underrated team this season. But the Jets at home, this should be a win there to advance to 7-5. I think that they can beat the Houston Texans and advance to 8-5. The Texans, I'm not too high on them. But we go into, so now they've won 4 straight. They're in 8-5 right now. I don't think that they sweep the Dolphins. really at all. I think that that's going to be a tie in the series and go to 8-6, especially a road game there. So, yeah, 3 very important final games to finish off this year. They have the Washington Commanders. I think that at home they'll be able to beat Washington. A Thursday night game against the Browns. This is a tough game on the road, but I think that they can go into Cleveland and pull off the win. But I don't think that they go in. They finish off this road games here with 2 wins. I think that they lose to the Patriots, the Bill Belichick led team. I think that they can even up that season series. So that will end up with the Jets finishing at a 10-7 record on the season, which is pretty good. I would say that's good for the Jets. Now, is it enough to make the postseason? This AFC is going to be difficult. You've seen some of my other videos. You can calculate it, but there's a lot of good teams in this conference. It's going to be big. It's not going to be enough to win the division, I think. I think the Dolphins are just slightly better, especially with this start. I mean, this is a very difficult schedule to start out the year. All of these teams, I think, besides maybe the Patriots, are playoff contenders, in my opinion. So that is a tough start to the year, and especially when Aaron Rodgers is trying to get into his form. I think that this is going to struggle. But New York, I do think, ends up with a solid record. And will this be enough to win the division? You would have to wait and see. With my other video when I put all these standings together to finish off the year. But this is the second last AFC team. So let's just go through some of these at the top. So they do finish 3-3 in the division there, 7-5 in the conference. So that means that they went 3-2 in the NFC. We look at their home games. They go 6-3 at home and a 4-4 record on the road. And yeah, that is the New York Jets. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching this video today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the content. Comment down below your thoughts. Anyway, peace out.